Dear audience, my name is Sergey Antonov. I am a head of Medical Law Center, partner of International Reproductive Technologies Support Agency. We both are dealing with legal support of surrogacy in Ukraine for European citizens and residents. First of all, let me highlight that surrogacy and game donation are absolutely legal in Ukraine, and there are special laws proving this. Surrogacy in Ukraine is applied according to medical indication, while parental rights of infertile couple are entirely protected by law. From the very beginning of the process, they are considered to be legal parents of a future child, and after its birth, they obtain birth certificate indicating their names. The same applies to gamete donors. Donors of gametes cannot exercise parental rights towards a future child. As a lawyer, I will provide you with all information about our legal services in respect of surrogacy included. Legal consultation, as you have to be aware about all details of the process, terms and conditions, all child's registration and requirement of the embassy and home country. Agreements between all parties of the ART program strictly regulating rights and obligations, responsibilities of the parties. Informed consents of ART participants and documents required to start surrogacy process in Ukraine. Documents, validation, notary certification, translation. Child registration in Ukraine. Processing of documents required by embassy. Required package is known before we even invite couple to Ukraine. Partner assistance in registration of a child in home country of intended parents. We can provide you with general information about child's registration in Sweden. As a British-Ukrainian company, we are working according to Western standards in such a way that relation of all the parties of the fixed on the paper. Couple is informed about all legal details and possible complication on the primary consultations via Skype, email or phone. We constantly monitor requirements of the embassy and legislation of a foreign country to manage complete surrogacy process smoothly and successfully. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so I think that you obtained some preliminary information about legal procedure, and we have a person, specialist, who will highlight you the most important issues of legal services in this aspect. She's going to tell you about why legal assistance is necessary, what is the agreement between intended parents and surrogate, and some legal details for registration your child as a Swedish citizen. So let's listen to Lyudmyla, who is the lawyer of Medical Law Center and who is a specialist on legal support of ART programs.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lyudmyla too. I'm a lawyer advisor in assisted reproductive technologies sphere. So, it goes without saying that legal aspects on this sphere, applying assisted reproductive technologies, is very important. We have a vast practical experience in this sphere, and if you have some questions, if you have some problems, we could also help you. And now I'd like to show some aspects which you are interested in. For example, we control rights and obligations of surrogate, donors and intended parents. We also control agreements between all these parts, and other legal documents which is necessary in the programs of registration and transfer of child. Protection of rights of intended parents in Ukraine. It's also registration and other procedures in the Ukrainian state bodies and embassies. Problems with confirmation of intended parents' rights, and also legal protection from fraud. The next step is agreement. Agreement between intended parents and surrogate. This is a basic document which establishes their rights and duties. I'd like to stress that women contract between, one more time, intended parents and surrogate, but it can't be replaced by agreement with intended parents and agency. Agency also controls all the situation from the beginning of the program till the transportation child into the home country of intended parents. But I also want to say that we include contract. Contract draft into 2 languages, Ukrainian and English, and it also includes we sign clinic which performs different medical procedures. It includes rights and obligation of parties. It also we write different situation, unfavorable situation of intended parents in the case of a stillborn child or a child with some defects, maybe with health. And also situation in the case of divorce of intended parents, or in the case of death, one of them or both of them. Residence and maturation of surrogate during the pregnancy. And the last one, it's terms of payment and amounts. Very important step also is child registration. Parents, intended parents, they should better come into Ukraine in 1 or 2 weeks before child delivery. After child delivery, it takes 3 or 4 days for registration into Ukrainian bodies, state bodies, and after this registration into your embassy, Swedish embassy. Swedish embassy, as Lyudmyla said, wants to see DNA test, so we need it. And also I want to stress one more time that you need qualified lawyers to have easy return into home country with your child successfully, or with your children. And also registration your child into Ukrainian state bodies is next. First of all, it's registration in authority. Then you are getting certificate of childbirth. After this, we are proceeding documents from immigration service, etc. And the last one is confirmation of parental rights and taking your child into Sweden. Swedish, sorry. Thank you. I'm looking for your questions.